Yo, what up, man? So, as we all know by now, the topic of the day, and who knows, it may be for a few days, maybe for a week, is the brother CJ King and his Instagram post. Congratulations to the brother for finishing up on his law degree, and pretty much it was him trying to get the attention of black women in a nice way. By all means, he made the black man the villain and said all the things in the right way to pretty much, ask black women, was he worthy? And what did they do? They turned him into the villain. As you guys should know by now, so you young fellas, man, this is a live and fucking fresh testimony of it'll never be enough, right? Unfortunately for the black demographic, the woman is in power and who sets the standard and controls the whole being chosen progress, versus in every other demographic it's the other way around. You don't have to go in the Asian, Arab, white, Hispanic community to the women and say, look at me, I'm accomplished. They automatically know what it is. They're taught that by their mothers and or fathers. Even in single mother situations, you'll see where these lesser fortunate white women are making better off decisions by the percentages. And I know it's more white single mothers than there is black, but again, man, I keep telling you, when there's a huge disparity in numbers, the rate is far more important than the actual numbers, because again, when you go by the rate, the unaffected versus the affected comes into factor. Okay, so pretty much, the brother, listed all his accomplishments, and it was turned into him boasting and bragging. And even though black women are extremely comfortable about boasting and bragging, if it's coming from a rapper, if it's coming from an entertainer, if it's coming from an athlete, if it's coming from your local hood dope boy, all of those things. And it's just another, again, proof and example of, if you make your success by normal means, and no criminality, no fame, no fortune, you're a regular guy that they see themselves being within the realm in, that they can actually touch you and associate with you on the daily, even though you are a very, very small percentage of your community. Because lawyers as a whole is not a large percentage of the community, but especially for you to be a black male lawyer, and I think the brother said he's somewhere close to 30, if not under 30. He's definitely in a very, very select class of individuals, and rightfully so. He declared it, but black women took this as a way to talk about his house little, what kind of car he drive, they with the colorist route and all these other things and so on and so forth. Because why? Black women took it as disrespect. And like I said earlier on today when I was on shout out to Bernard Riley, I was on his panel. Unless his brother is making this as a way for him to set up his exit from the black women's dating pool, he all he did was he doomed himself, because now he's trapped, and he's just going to he's going to have to dumb himself down. He's going to have to belittle himself down, and they're not even going to want him to have access to the best of them. They'd only forgive him if he took one of the least of them. He'd have to be one of these dudes that's willing to be the stepdaddy. He have to be willing to take a woman that has nothing to offer him, brings absolutely nothing to the table, and bring her up to his level. Okay, even though he's already accomplished, and they're trying to belittle his accomplishment, saying that it's not actually an accomplishment. People were saying, okay, well he graduated, but he ain't passed the bar yet. He ain't did this, he ain't did that. Again, brothers, it's never enough, man. All right. When are you guys gonna learn, bro? You're not successful for the point. And I'm not saying that this brother did that. I'm not, by all means, I'm not saying, again, congrats to the brother. I'm not saying that he did this wonderful thing in obtaining his law degree for the sake of getting female attention. Not saying that at all. But this is why you don't look for their approval once you're accomplished. Again, you don't go on a Lamborghini lot or a Bentley lot to be sold a car. You're there for a reason. You know what it is. And us as brothers, man, we got to start realizing this for ourselves, and we got to start challenging these things, man. Challenging each other to be like, hey, man, we've been the prize. This brother wasn't just the prize. He didn't become the prize once he made his accomplishment, and he obtained his degree. He was already accomplished, and he was already the prize because he was none of the things that he mentioned. He wasn't a criminal. He's not in prison. He wasn't one of these alternative lifestyle down low brothers. He don't have any kids, anything like this, on and so forth. He's he's making himself out to be a person who can pretty much not have any other limitations of what he puts on himself. And again, black women don't like that, and they're threatened by it because the only man they want is the man that they can control, the man that they can compare themselves to, and they can say that they're better than, or I helped, I made you, all this other. Man, it's just, hey, listen, bro, you young fellas out there, man, take lessons from this, see what the hell's going on, and I'm not telling you not to deal with black women and so on and so forth, but all I'm telling you is you ain't got to do no special show for them. All right, you are the prize, man. You're out here and you're in college. You're making your way. You're not out here robbing, stealing, and killing from other black people in order to make it. Because then I promise you, this brother had a prison song the way he came out, and he came out of prison with a law degree. There wouldn't have been one bad word said. He could have bragged and boasted, yeah, man, I spent the last 8 years of my life behind bars, and had to worry about niggas trying to shank me and this and the other, but I made it out, and now I got my shit, and I can't wait to get out of here, and these bitches better lay down and all this, and it would have been yes. That's all you would have heard. But again, because he does not have that criminality, that bad boy fucking that bad boy tag attached to his success, that's why he's being rebuffed. That's why he's being brought down to his proper level. That's why he's being taught a lesson. And again, man, the sisterhood, bruh, leave that shit alone. All right, by all means, like I said, I hope this brother, this was a setup and a Jedi mind trick that he played, and he knew they was going to do this. They were going to try and belittle his success and things and use this as an excuse for him to be able to leave and date out of the community or whatnot. Because other than that, man, now he's just a prisoner. He's a prisoner. And like I said, more than likely, the only way he'll be able to get out is if he were to, find the least of black women he could possibly find. Several baby daddies, absolutely no drive, no success, anything in life. Take her on and put her on his back with her kids that don't belong to him, and then he'd have his forgiveness. But again, man, when the jury, you already know what the fucking verdict is going to be beforehand. Bro, stop going to that courtroom. All right, stop even participating and playing in this game, man. All right, by all means, you can find you a good woman, good black woman, do that. But the way you don't have to do it, man, is by advertising to her. She's going to see you. If you have to tell a woman who you is, who you is. Wait, we is talking about black people, right? So if you got to tell a woman who you is, bro, you know what I mean? Or who you are, for you educated type, bro, she's not really for you. She's not somebody you should even be considering long term. You should be able to see it. Brother shouldn't have had to fucking make the announcement and so on and so forth. If you're following him on social media, you know the deal. You see his life and all these other things. But he's stating that he's pretty much singing the song of the road less traveled for black men. When you choose to do things the quote unquote the right way, or what black folks like to call the white way, it's never going to be appreciated. Unless you do it extremely humbly and quietly. And again, you pick up any and everybody that didn't have the fortitude, the discipline, the hard work, or whatever it took to make the same accomplishments you made. And then the same people is going to, this dude, once his brother does obtain his bar, you know, pass the bar exam or whatnot, then you know what they're going to tell him? They're going to tell him, well, you know, you should be working pro bono for the black man and for the black person and, you know, helping them out. You know, you should be the next Crump or whoever that dude is that hop on all the fucking, you know, hop on all the civil rights cases and shit. That's who they go expect his brother to be. All right? Same people that told him he won shit and he won this and he won that because, oh, you ain't got your bar, you ain't passed the bar exam yet, so it don't really mean shit. Man, stop trying to please niggas, bro. All right? Niggas are only comfortable with you as long as you're on their level. And you're never going to be above their level till you get to a level of where you're noticed by other demographics, where you consider white folks white folks rich. You know, white folk, when a white man, you know, acknowledge you as rich and all this other shit, and you able to fucking get your face on TV, then, you know, when fame is attached to it, it's cool. You can do whatever the fuck you want to do. Future does it, Migos does it, all the fucking rappers and everybody does it, bro. Celebrities do it all the time. You know, they show you how they living. They show you their new cars. They show you this. They show you that. You know. But if you're not doing none of that, you're not declared that by, again, the white folks, you need to sit your black ass down and just, you know, keep your fucking accomplishments to yourself. And especially not direct them to black women. Okay? So, hey, man, I hope you brothers learn this lesson, man. Don't be looking for the attention and the approval of these less than man, these less than optimal women, bro. All right, we'll just leave it at that. That's that on that one. I'll catch you on the next one.